Why did the same teacher keep sending me to the principal's office all year? It started junior year. I wasn't a troublemaker and I wasn't popular either. I kept my head down just counting the days until high school was over. So when my English teacher, Miss Griffin, asked me to stay after class one day, I assumed I'd forgotten to turn something in. Instead, she just walked me to the principal office again, like she had since the first day of school. The vice principal handed me a piece of paper. It said I had been disruptive, disrespectful, and intentionally disturbing other students. I stared at the paper like it was written in a foreign language. I haven't done anything, I protested in confusion. It's just a warning, the vice principal assured me with a small smile. I believed it until it happened again. 2 weeks later. Same teacher, same walk to the principal's office, but different accusations written down on the paper. This time, I supposedly rolled my eyes, muttered under my breath, and refused to participate. I sit still, hands folded and eyes to the board. I don't even talk to the person next to me. Still, I was sent to the principal's office. By December, I had over 10 warnings. One more would mean detention and then suspension. My parents were called in. My mom cried in the parking lot over me being in the principal office. My dad kept asking what I was hiding or what I was doing. I didn't have an answer because how do I explain that my teacher is targeting me? I didn't have proof. Miss Griffin never raised her voice, but she would always smile when she wrote me up. Sometimes she'd say, "You know what you did," like it was our own personal secret. The oddest part was that the accusations never matched what really happened. One day she claimed I'd been on my phone during class. I don't even own a phone. I started to write things down. Times, date, what happened, who was around me, what we were studying. I had no idea if it would help, but it made me feel less crazy. Then something else started to happen. Miss Griffin started to call on me constantly. Even if I didn't have my hand up, she'd still pick me. If I didn't have the answer or I hesitated, she'd sigh and write something down on a clipboard. Another complaint and more visits to the principal's office. That office knew me by name. By March, I had detention every Friday in the vice principal's office. Kids kept calling me an office rat for the amount of time I spent there. Then the worst case scenario happened in May during a group project. After my group presented and we sat down, Miss Griffin announced that I would be staying after class for academic dishonesty. I felt my face burn. What? I started to protest. Miss Griffin cuts me off. "Principal's office, now," she demands. I feel my entire class just stare at me like I'm diseased. When we get into the office, Miss Griffin tells the principal he plagiarized his section of the group project. I'm feeling my gut twist. I know I didn't do it. The vice principal pulled up the plagiarism software and my group project. It was a tense few minutes as the software ran. Finally, it showed 0 matches. My entire section was clear. Miss Griffin frowned. "I must have seen an earlier draft," she said quickly, like she was trying to convince herself. The vice principal hesitated. "We'll look into it," he said. Then my guidance counselor stepped in. She asked to see my warning sheets and any notes that I might have had. "I believe you," my guidance counselor whispered into my ear. Then she noticed something no one else had, that every accusation, warning, and visit happened when a girl named Tara was absent. Tara sat behind me in English class and was Miss Griffin's niece. Tara was also failing English among other classes. The guidance counselor pulled attendance reports, seating charts, and my grades. Miss Griffin had been submitting the accusations and behavior reports on the days Tara was absent and couldn't serve as a buffer. Without Tara there, Miss Griffin needed someone to blame for the class falling behind. I was picked because I was quiet, didn't make a sound, replaceable, and unnoticed. The guidance counselor escalated it with the school board. They reviewed the classroom footage and interviewed students. Nobody backed Miss Griffin's claims. When I was called to the principal's office the final time, I thought I was done, but instead, the principal apologized. Everything was cleared from my record. Every detention was wiped away like it never happened. Miss Griffin didn't return after spring break, and Tara switched schools before the end of the year.